Support for the Mendick Media Center is provided by the Bonadio Group and Jerry Archibald Class of 1970. For more than 40 years, the Bonadio Group has focused every day on two guiding principles: their purpose and their promise to their clients: accounting, tax planning, wealth management, and more. Big firm capability, small firm personality. Bonadio.com. From the Mendick Media Arts Center on Kings Highway South, this is a BK News update for Thursday, March 5th. I'm Patrick, and here's today's news. The BK performance of Once at Jiva is next Monday. If you're staying after school, you can hang out in the cafeteria. A free pizza dinner will be provided at 5:30 in the cafeteria. Buses to Jiva will leave BK at 6:30 and return at 10:15. Ms. Hanson will hand out tickets to the show on the bus, so if you're providing your own transportation, you must be here today or Monday. See Ms. Hanson with any questions. St. Patrick's Day shirts are on sale now in the Lion's Den for $10. Purchase your shirt between now and St. Patrick's Day, and you'll be entered in a drawing to win a $25 gift certificate to the Lion's Den. The girls' basketball team plays in the Section 5 championship against Penfield tomorrow evening. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. at Gates Chili High School. And for fans who can't make it to the game, you can watch and listen to the game online on the NFHS network. All you have to do is go to nfhsnetwork.com, become a member, and search for Bishop Kearney. The pregame show begins about 7:45 tomorrow evening. Good luck, ladies. The Bishop Kearney House Olympics takes place later this month. Each of the four houses for pride, honor, and lots of house points for the coveted chalice at the end of the year. Here's a preview. Mr. Geraci has been on the job at Bishop Kearney for 6 months. How's he doing? BK News reporter Reagan Miller spoke with Mr. Geraci yesterday about his transition to BK. Her first questions was about the Spread the Word to End the Word event yesterday.
Spread the word to end the word. It really fits in with what Bishop Kearney is all about, and that's being kind to one another and trying to make the world a better place. So I think that's part of our mission, and what you saw happening today in the cafeteria where people took that pledge is really consistent with what we try to do no matter what we do here at Bishop Kearney. We're always trying to treat people with respect, make the world a better place, and certainly understand people who might not be the same as we are.
Great. I'm glad I got to experience that today. Let's get to the questions. Our first question is, how has your first year been at BK?
I give it a 10 out of 10. It's been great. So I've said this in a couple of larger forums. I've been in education my whole life. This is actually my 35th year in education. Wow. Of course, my first year at Bishop Kearney. And if you've only gone to Bishop Kearney, you may not quite realize how wonderful it is. So what I've noticed that's different about this school is really consistent with what I just said earlier. The culture here is different than it is in public schools. It's calm, it's quiet, it's respectful, and that's what is most noticeable. Sometimes I'll stand out in the hall during class time and I'll look up and down the hall. There won't be any students in the hall skipping class. All of the doors will be open because the teachers are doing a great job in their room and learning is happening the way it's supposed to. Yesterday I had the chance to go to some of the house activities, the honor roll celebrations, the Kahoot. The seniors had their picture taken in the gymnasium. All those things. It's a lot of fun for me.
Great. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. Next, have you been to any sports events this year for BK?
I have, not as many as I would have hoped. We have some good teams here. I know we've got some teams right now going into their sectional and state competitions and national competitions, and a couple of those teams in particular have a chance to do really, really well. So, go BK
Yeah.
and go Selects.
Yeah. Are you planning to come to the games this weekend in Buffalo?
No games in Buffalo for me. I still have some family obligations to do on the weekend. I have an older mother who needs some care, so that tends to be what I do in my free time.
I understand. Could you explain the meaning behind the dress code?
Well, the dress code, the most controversial thing at Bishop Kearney, right? I've had dress codes in other places. Usually schools have them because they've been there forever and there's a sense of tradition. I love dress codes. I think that schools that have dress codes, they set a serious tone. I do a lot of reading of educational research, and believe it or not, students, there is educational research that says students behave better and they perform better academically when they're in uniform. I also like them because you don't have to go out and spend hundreds or thousands of dollars to dress yourself for school. It ends up saving you money. So your parents will probably thank you for that.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing more about the dress code in the next week or two. We have an in-service day on Friday with the teachers, and we're going to be talking about the dress code. We know we need to tighten it up a little bit, okay? The students are pretty good, but we need to do a little bit better.
Makes sense, as Bishop Kearney's built on tradition. And lastly, what are some upcoming school events that you're looking forward to attending?
I like the whole school year, but I like the springtime the best because that's when the events that I enjoy the most happen. So the junior senior prom is coming up. I love that event. Awards night comes up. Probably my favorite event is graduation, which is coming up in June, and it's not all that far away. I've always said my favorite event is graduation. My second favorite event is awards night, and both of those are going to happen in the spring, so I'm really looking forward to those.
Well, I'm looking forward to those too. Well, thank you, Mr. Geraci, for your time.
That's your BK News Update for Thursday, March 5th. I'm Patrick, and we'll see you next week. Support for the Mendick Media Center is provided by the Bonadio Group and Jerry Archibald Class of 1970. For more than 40 years, the Bonadio Group has focused every day on two guiding principles: their purpose and their promise to their clients: accounting, tax planning, wealth management, and more. Big firm capability, small firm personality. Bonadio.com.